welcome to Quirky Crafts and Collectibles. I'm Mini-Me, Pandora Box, and today we're going to show you how to build this miniature bar. So, to help me, please welcome Miss Pandora Box.
Oh, Chookers, and thank you, Mini-Me, Pandora Box. And don't you look gorgeous today? And of course, this is our mini bar that I'm going to show you how I put together, because I manufacture these boxes and I like to fill it in with items that we sell or that I found in, thrift shops or toy shops or anything just like that. So, are you ready? Well, let's go. So this is how you'll get your kit. It'll come as a flat pack. You'll have your two sides. And you'll know these are your sides because you've got your grooves. You'll have your roof. You will have your bottom. And again, you'll know your bottom because it'll have this groove here. You will have your front and your back as well. Now you must be wondering, why is it all brown and white and that? Well, this has a clear protection so it doesn't scratch in transit and that. So these are how they're cut on the laser, and all we need to do is just remove them. So it's always important to make sure you remove your paper from your acrylic. It is clear, so just be patient. And so I'm just trying to do this in front of the camera. Just peel some of it back, and then it will come off fairly easy. If it rips, it doesn't matter. You just continue it. It's got a bit of a elasticity to it. So it's just a matter of peeling it all off. Like I said, it's going to be a lot easier when you're doing it because you're not in front of a camera. And that just shows you how easy it is to come off. Normally I can do that in one piece. You can see the clearness coming through. And of course the other side. And if you can do it in one piece, great. There you go. That is pretty much one piece. And that is your clear acrylic now all done. So now that we've taken the film off the acrylic, that's probably the longest part of the whole experience doing this, but as you saw the first time I did it, it takes that long. So you've got 12 panels to really undo, but as you can see, they come up quite clear. Just left a little bit of plastic there, so I don't think that's cracked. There we go. So that is our front, and it is all really nice and clean and clear. If you want to give it a clean, just give it a wipe with Metho, and that should take all the fingerprints out. But you're going to get more as you're working with it, so don't worry about it for now. So now we're going to start putting the box together. Now, because they're clear, it is hard to see, I know, but I've put my sections in where they're going to go. So I have my sides, my bottom, my back, and my top. So that is my top. I'm going to take that away at the moment to give us some room. Now all they need to do is they slip in to your grooves. See that? Now I'll get my back. What you'll find is that when you put your slides in, it won't match. So you just got to find the right sections, and that is now matching. Again, put your slides in into your box, and and they should all slip in nicely, just like that, and then you put your top on. So now that I've got all my sides in, top in, everything matches really well, and all that's left is our front. Now once you've secured everything together, it should just slide right in, just like that, and that is your box complete. Now you can leave it as it is, or if you're moving it around, or you just want to be picking it up and moving it around, it is safe to glue the edges together. I use this glue here, Ultra Glue. Now if you can't get this, we do have an alternative. Do not use super glue on acrylic, it'll mark. All you need is a glue like this. It sets really well, and all you're going to do is put a bead of glue on the sides, just enough for the panels to connect. Let it dry, and then the fun part begins in the inside. Once you know where all your sections are, it's time to put your glue on with a small amount of glue. Now if you've got one of those really fine dispensers of glue, use that. This can sometimes be a little bit thick, and you're trying to avoid strings as well. Take them away, and then slide that in, just like that, and you'll do all your sides. So now that I've done all the sides, I'm now going to do the top, and that sits on top here. Now to do that, I'll put a bead of glue right round. But don't panic if you tend to you'll forget this. You can always refer back to it, or you will get also a manual instructions as well. Just like to take off any excess, get your top and apply. Now your box is now secure, and just let that dry. That shouldn't take too long. And that is the completed box. That's it. Doesn't take too long. If you want to go back over and just clean off any glue residue with a cotton bud around the edges, you can do that as well. So what I tried doing is blocking out the background because it was a bit hard to see the actual box itself. So now that we're dry, the fun part begins. And of course I've got all my front just here. I don't need that right now because we use that right at the end. Now, as we said, we're going to make this into a bar. So I actually got some pieces that I'd like to put into the bar and see how it's going to look. And I do this before I start putting my paper and the wallpaper on the floor all together. So let me get my items and then we'll see how the setup will be. So these are all the items that I've collected and wanted to use in the actual bar. It looks like a lot, and I'm hoping that I can fit all this in there. And this is why we created this box this size, half the size, because I didn't want to have a huge box and try and fill it, and we just couldn't do that. So these are the items that I've got, and you know, once I've got the wallpaper, the flooring and everything, you know, it's going to look so different. So this is my bar, nice simple bar, and I thought of putting it on the side, something like that. We have bar stools as well. This is something I designed and made again out of acrylic, had it cut for me, I've put the mirrors in the back, and I'm having that at the back somewhere. I'll show you that as well. I've created and made some bottles and glasses and everything to put in there. Purchased a little food item to go on the bar. We have a TV as well. And a lot of this stuff we do sell. And this is the reason, again, we built this to make a display so we can show all the items that we sell. This little thing, cupboard here, got shelves and everything. We don't sell a lot of furniture, so it's mainly all the accessories. This is something that I purchased, really liked. Now we do have a dart. You know, you've got to have that in your bar. An ice bucket. And we do have glasses as well. We'll show you how those go. And some more glasses to go on the shelves. And maybe this table if it fits. So again, that I want on the wall, sitting on the wall somewhere like that. Maybe have this on the side there, like that. I'm having the dartboard, maybe something like there, or on the other side. The TV will go on this cabinet here, and of course the accessories in that. So that's my idea. Let's hope we can get this together. And once you've created all your design and you know what you want to do, then your bar or your setting is going to be pretty much like it is. So if you wanted to change it later on, you still can, but you just want to make sure that what you have in your house or in your room, you can actually maybe change over to another setting or anything. So I had a piece of this Laminex. I liked it because of the texture of it, and I had it cut to the side, and that's going to be my floor, and I will permanently glue this into the floor of this, so it'll definitely stay. I have printed some posters that I like to go around the walls and stuff, and I got them to look, I don't know, I wanted them to look old but still fresh as well, like you'd see in a fashion bar or something like that. And then I want to use brick for the wall, and I've printed these, and the best way to put these on is that you apply Mod Podge on the wall, apply Mod Podge on the actual face of the brick, and let it dry. And I've printed two pieces, so I'm looking at, of course you'll take off the white, and that'll look like my brick wall as well. Very similar to this one here. Now this one here is a vinyl, so this was printed, and I applied this onto the sides of my actual other rooms. So these are my other rooms that I use. I will show them to you a little bit later on, but just to give you an idea on the sides. Still deciding if I'm going to do anything on these sides, because at the moment it'll be white, but I use these because I stack them up. So what I'm doing now is just measuring the bricks, just putting a line. I'm using this as a guide for my floors as a guide, and I will be cutting this there because I'll be using 2 layers, and then I have to have a piece that's going to go on the sides as well. So I've spread some Mod Podge on the bottom here, and I'm just spreading it out with one of these, just so it's nice and smooth. Now when you do this and you're printing your images, make sure you leave it for at least a couple of days or a day. I've left mine for almost a week because I don't want the ink to run. So I'm using Mod Podge. It's a matte Mod Podge. I'm just using it enough to cover this section. Just like that. And just apply just like wallpaper. So now that I've applied all the wallpaper, as you can see, it's looking, it's still a bit wet, so it's still got to dry where all the pieces are. But I've cut out little sections of the brick as well and layered them, so it gives it a textured look. So you can see some of my areas where I've actually placed the bricks and give it some more texture. There you are. And then just cover it over again with Mod Podge. So what I'm doing here is just doing some clear Mod Podge on some cardstock, and I'm putting gloss on the face just to give the posters a nice finish. And then I'll cut them out and I'll probably frame them and see how they go. Now I might not use all of them depending on my space, but I like to have the options. So just making sure I'm putting the glue all evenly to get a nice gloss finish. Another way you can do this is putting sellotape or sticky tape and covering them that way as well. But I thought I'd give this a go because I've never done it. And we'll see how we go. And we'll let that dry. You can see next to Pandora, it is much smaller herself, and she's on her knees. So as you'll see, this is the actual half size of my original room, and then we come up to another one. So you can stack these boxes and you can make them as a dollhouse. So now I have a full scale and that's half. So if you don't want a full one like the bedroom, so you can see you can have quite a lot in there. You can have like your sewing sections on one side of the room, then your bedroom, a bit of high tea in your room, and of course we've got the kitchen. That's a large kitchen. That's quite a lot in there. Grandma cooking. All the cupboards are open. Got these little accessories. And then you've got your bar room right next door. So that's what you can do with these boxes. You can stack them and make a dollhouse any which way you like. You can have a half scale one like this and make it into a bathroom as well. And you can see I haven't covered this side, but you can see the depth is a lot more than this one as well. So what I've also done is I've put another box on top. This is hasn't been touched yet. I'm just using it as a storage. Put the Barbie sign there, but I've just used it as a storage at the moment. But you can see what you can do with these boxes. You can stack them up, and of course on that side there, you still got some room. So if you're a miniaturist yourself and you don't want to get a doll house, but you love the insides of the dolls, the small tiny little pieces, well, make sure you comment down below and let me know if you are interested in purchasing one of these boxes. I would love it if you could give me a like. Let me know which is your favorite. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you'd like to share to someone that would love to see some of these things, please do. Hit the bell button so you don't miss any future episodes. Well, until next time, I'm Pandora Box. Oh, chuckers!